Good morning, students. Now we will go to the discussion of the next concept, that is electric field intensity due to infinite plate non-conducting sheet. In the last class we discussed the electric field intensity due to what cylindrical, that is conducting, as well as the non-conducting cylinder. The two cases we discussed. So now we will go to the electric field intensity due to infinite plane non-conducting sheet as well as the conducting sheet. So now I am going to the discussion of the electric field intensity due to electric field intensity due to infinite plane non-conducting sheet. So infinite non-conducting sheet we are going to be discussing. Let us see, we have a charge conducting sheet, non-conducting sheet, and having the charge density is sigma. Like this we have a non-conducting charged sheet having charge density is charge density sigma. Now it having the charge inside the surface, means throughout the body the charge is having, so because it is a non-conducting sheet. So due to this non-conducting sheet, so our wish to find the electric field intensity at a distance r from either side, means right side as well as the left side. So my wish to find the electric field intensity at a distance r, this is at point P, as well as the opposite side here the same distance r, it is P dash. So here we want to find the electric field intensity in the sense. So what is the procedure we are following? The same procedure will be continue here. So we need to be construct one imaginary Gaussian surface. The imaginary Gaussian surface here is, so we are taking a cylindrical having cross section area A and the length is from P to P dash, that is length is R and R, that is 2R. And at the same time at P as well as P dash, the 2 points which are at equal distance from this charge conducting sheet, so charge non-conducting sheet, so the electric field intensity at P as well as P dash is remains same only, but they are in opposite direction. So at P it is towards right hand side, at P dash it is towards left side. Now I am constructing the Gaussian surface. So here we are taking, that is our choice to take it here. Just now, just in the last class we discussed, I am taking a Gaussian cylinder whose length is r this side, and here length is r in the sense totally the cylindrical length is 2r. So this is a Gaussian cylinder we are taking, and whose cross sectional area is A. Whose cross sectional area here we are taking as A. Now the electric field intensity at this point P, which is away from it, E, as well as here also at P dash point, the electric field intensity also which is away from it, E, and these two are having the same magnitude but opposite direction. The reason is they are at equal distance from the sheet here, charge sheet. Now the procedure we are following here, that is what, through the curved surface the electric field intensity, the flux passing through it is 0. Why? Because if you see the electric field intensity is in this direction, and any small surface if you taken here, the area vector are electric field intensity perpendicular to each other. So flux up through the curved part is 0 due to this charged sheet. So through curved part no electric flux will passes. Only electric flux will pass through these flat surfaces, that is so this flat surface as well as this flat surface having cross section area A. So to find the net flux, what we are going to take here is the net flux through Here this is I am taking as a surface 1, and here it is a surface 2. So the net flux here is the net flux through surface 1 and 2. So phi net equal to phi 1 plus phi 2. So if it is a curved surface is there, we are going to take the net flux in the sense integral form, that is integral E bar dot ds bar. But you can observe these are not curved surfaces, these are flat surfaces. That's why flux we can take it directly as a scalar product of electric field intensity and area vector. So you can observe that the electric field intensity is like this, and cross sectional area vector is also be along the same direction, and theta between electric field intensity and area vector is 0. Similarly here if you taken the area vector as well as the electric field intensity vector, both are along the same direction. Here also angle between them is 0. Therefore flux through first phase, here flux phi 1 we are finding, here flux phi 2 we are finding. Here flux phi 1 is directly we will write, that is a scalar product of electric field intensity E bar dot A bar. So net flux equal to E bar dot A bar cos 0. So directly I am writing EA plus, through this here also same way, electric field intensity E bar dot A bar cos 0, because both are in the same direction. So you can write directly as EA. So why we are directly taking without involving the integral form here is, so if curved surfaces case, the body if it is having curved surface as well as if it is a non-uniform electric field case, we are going to take the integral form. But here flat and uniform electric field case, what we are going to take here is directly the scalar product of electric field intensity and area vector. So don't confuse about it. So in previous cases they are curved surfaces, that's why we took in integral form. Here directly we took as a flux means E bar dot A bar cos 0, that is 1, so EA. So through one phase it is EA, that is from first one. So second phase it is EA, that is second one. Now net flux you can write as a net flux is equals to 2 EA. So net flux we found. So now we are applying the Gauss law. What is Gauss law states? That is net flux through a closed surface is equal to 1 by epsilon naught times the net charge enclosed by it. So from Gauss law we can write that from Gauss law net electric field, electric flux, total electric flux, net electric flux equal to, that is phi net equal to 1 by epsilon naught times the charge enclosed by the closed surface. What is here? Charge enclosed by this Gaussian surface we need to be considered. Charge enclosed by the Gaussian surface means we don't need to consider the entire charge of the sheet. Only we need to be consider the charge enclosed by this part only. That is nothing but, in case of surface charge density is given, how can you find the charge enclosed by area is nothing but surface charge density into this area you need to be multiplied. So now I am going to take that here net charge enclosed by the cylinder is nothing but surface charge density sigma into this area. What is this area we took as cross section area is A. Therefore I am writing that here Q net is, here Q net is equal to what? Surface charge density into cross section area. So now if you substitute that, phi net is equals to, we can write as, so phi net is equals to, we can write like this, phi net, that is 1 by epsilon naught sigma E. So already from flux, net flux is nothing but how much we have? 2 EA. So 2 E equal to 1 by epsilon naught times the sigma A. Then we can get the electric field intensity expression like this. Just I am going to write here. Therefore, this you take So from these, phi net is nothing but 2EA. 2EA left hand side. This is 2EA, and right hand is 1 by epsilon naught times the sigma A. Then AA gets cancelled. Then electric field intensity E equal to sigma by 2 epsilon naught. This is the electric field intensity due to what? Non-conducting, infinite plane, non-conducting sheet. So which is having the charge density is sigma. You observe this expression in the previous expressions for cylindrical case as well as the linearly charged conductor case. The electric field intensity depends upon the distance r. But if you observe here, the electric field intensity is independent of the distance. Whether it is the closer, whether it is far from the sheet, the electric field intensity will remains same. So you understand that electric field intensity in the case of what charged conducting a non-conducting sheet is independent of distance. You remember this? Electric field intensity is independent of. So we can write the electric field intensity independent of the distance here. So electric field intensity independent of distance. So anywhere from the sheet it remains same. That is sigma by 2 epsilon naught. Now we are going to discuss the if two plates were there, like such non-conducting plates, we taken two. So we arranged parallelly one side by side. So between the plates, outside of the plates, what is the net electric field intensity? So we will be discussing. So next we are going to discuss that one. If two plates having charge densities, one is sigma 1, another one is sigma 2. If they are arranged parallel to each other, what is the electric field intensity between the plates as well as the outside of the plates? So if I remember this expression, electric field intensity due to what? Charged non-conducting sheet is independent of distance, that is E equal to sigma by 2 epsilon naught. Now we are going to take the case that if two plane sheets are there, there also we are taking the non-conducting only. So if two plane sheets having different charge densities, one is sigma 1, another one is sigma 2, if they are arranged parallel to each other, what is the electric field intensity between them as well as the outside of it? Now I am taking that. So electric field intensity due to infinite plane conducting sheet. Here between two infinite plane conducting sheets, electric field intensity we will be discussing. Now I am going to take here one non-conducting sheet having charge density is sigma 1, and parallel to it we are taking another non-conducting sheet whose charge density is sigma 2. Now these are having charge density sigma 1 and sigma 2, and I am taking that electric field intensity unit vector. The electric field intensity unit vector is in the right hand side direction, that is n cap I am taking. So this n cap is nothing but the electric field intensity direction we are taking. So we know, just now we discussed it, electric field intensity is always away from the positive charge and it is towards the negative charge. If the positive plate is there, electric field intensity away from it. If the negatively charged plate is there, electric field intensity is towards it. Now here we are going to take that three regions. One is this is region 1, this is region 2. Here region 3. At these three regions, what is the electric field intensity due to these plates we are going to be discussing. Now, due to first plate, the electric field intensity is at this point P1 if you are taken. So due to this point P1, the electric field due to first sheet, the electric field intensity is due to positive charge, so that's why it is away from it. And due to the second sheet also, the electric field intensity is which is away from it at point P1. Similarly, if you take the point which is between the plates, that is P2, the electric field intensity due to the first sheet, it is away from it, that is E1. As well as due to the second sheet, it is also away from it, that is E2. And if you take in the third region, this is the point P3. The electric field intensity due to this is away from it. First one is away from it, E1. As well as due to second one is also away from it, that is E2. Now you observe these electric field intensities E1 and E2s are, we already discussed, these are the infinite non-conducting charged sheets. So that expression already we derived that is E equal to sigma by 2 epsilon naught. So here E1 and E2s are, here E1 is sigma 1 due to the first plate, sigma 1 by 2 epsilon naught, and E2 is, we have, this is unit vector n cap, and E2 is sigma 2 by 2 epsilon naught. Now at P1, so at region 1 means at P1, at point P1, we have electric field intensity E equal to both are along the same direction, that is E1 plus E2 we have taken. So both are along the same direction, so E1 plus E2, and expressions are sigma 1 by 2 epsilon naught plus sigma 2 by 2 epsilon naught. Totally it will be sigma 1 plus sigma 2 by 2 epsilon naught. In vector form, if you are going to write the electric field intensity in the region 1, that is E1 equal to, which is we took the electric field intensity unit vector towards right side, but you observe here the electric field intensity is in the region 1 is left side, so we can write that as the region 1 as sigma 1 plus sigma 2 by 2 epsilon naught minus n cap. So this is the electric field intensity in the region 1. Here you observe here. And middle, if you are taken, that is in region 2. So that is the point P2 we can write. In region 2, if you are taking, if you take it region 2, that is the point P2. You see electric field intensity that is in towards right hand side E1, E2 is towards left hand side. So E1 is along the direction of unit vector, so E1 is positive, and E2 is opposite to the unit vector direction, that's why we will take as a negative. So we will write net electric field intensity in the region 2, that is sigma 1 by 2 epsilon naught, left side, right side here E1. That's why n cap will write E1 is positive because it is along the direction of unit vector. But E2 opposite to the unit vector direction, that's why we will write as a plus sigma 2 by 2 epsilon naught minus n cap. Then we will write this as a sigma 1 minus sigma 2 by 2 epsilon naught n cap. So this is the electric field intensity in the region 2. In region 3, you can expect here both are along the same direction, here also both are along the same direction, but resultant will be towards right hand, that is, which is along the what unit vector direction. That's why in the region 1, in region 2, we have the same magnitude of electric field intensities but opposite in direction. So in region 1 we have minus n cap. In region 3 we have along the direction of unit vector, so plus will come. So directly we can write that we can take the electric field intensity at here at point P3. At point P3, I am writing E3 equal to E1 plus E2. So E1 plus E2 both are along the same direction. That's why we are writing as E1 plus E2. So E1 is nothing but sigma 1 by 2 epsilon naught plus sigma 2 by 2 epsilon naught. And these two, if you observe, they are along the direction of unit vector. So we will write this as in vector form in region 3, that is sigma 1 plus sigma 2 by 2 epsilon naught n cap. So this is the electric field intensity or in the region 3. So like this you need to be determine the electric field intensity due to infinite charged non-conducting sheets. So later we will go for here different charge densities we do. So in case one is having charge density positively charged, having charge density sigma, another one is having the same charge density but negative charge if it is there, then what is the electric field intensity is so same in the region 1, 2 and as well as 3. So now we are going to discuss that one. That is useful if you are going to take the next coming chapter, that is in capacitance it will come two plates, charged conducting charged plates are there. In the between the two plates electric field intensity will take this expression there. So how it comes you can observe it now. So just we are going to be change the things is like this. Here, just one so region 3. Here I am going to take if the two plates having charge densities plus or minus sigma. So one is plus sigma, another one is minus sigma. So this is plus sigma, and the second plate having negative charge. The second plate is having negative charge. This is minus sigma. Then what is the electric field intensities in this region 1, 2 as well as 3. Now, if you observe, this is the point P1. Due to this positively charged plate, the electric field intensity at point P1 is away from it, that is E1. And due to this negatively charged plate, electric field intensity is towards it. So because of negative charge, the electric field intensity is towards it. That's why at this point, electric field intensity E2, that is towards the plate. And middle between the plates, if you take a point P2, at this point P2, if you observe it, the electric field intensity is due to the positively charged plate, electric field intensity E1, which is away from it, and due to negatively charged plate, electric field intensity is which is towards it E2. And as well as if you observe here, if you observe in this case, the electric field intensity in the region 3, that is at P3, the electric field intensity due to the first plate, that is positive, so electric field intensity is away from it, E1. But due to negatively charged plate, electric field intensity is towards it, that is E2. Now you can understand that both are having same charge densities. And you observe E1 and E2, both are having same charge densities, means we know what is the expression for the electric field intensity. We have the electric field intensity expression E equal to sigma by 2 epsilon naught. It is independent of distance. So charge densities both are same. So if they are opposite in each other, means what happens? They will be equal in magnitude because we took the same kind of charge densities. So if they are opposite in each other, means here the net electric field intensity becomes 0. Similarly, if you observe here, the electric field intensity both are along the same direction, so they won't be cancel each other. But if you observe here, again the same thing will be repeated as you seen in the region 1. Here electric field intensity will be 0 because they are in opposite in direction. So now we calculate the electric field intensity which is in region 1. So that is in region 1, that is at P1. You can write. At P1, in the region 1 we are writing electric field intensity. One is opposite to it, unit vector. That's why sigma by 2 epsilon naught minus n cap. Why we are writing n cap minus n cap? E1 is opposite to the unit vector as well as this one. That's why we write like that. And you can write plus. E2 will be sigma by 2 epsilon naught n cap only. So here minus, here plus. They are equal and opposite. So resultant electric field intensity 0. Similarly, if you observe at P2, here electric field intensities both are along the same direction. You observe, both are along the same direction and both are along the direction of unit vector. So we can write for both of them same positive unit vector. The electric field intensity at P2 is, that is in region 2, is sigma by 2 epsilon naught or n cap, positive n cap, plus sigma by 2 epsilon naught n cap. Then we have both, if we add sigma by epsilon naught n cap. This is the electric field intensity between two oppositely charged and equal charge densities between the two non-conducting charge sheet having opposite charge sheets. And outside of it, that is P3. So in P3, that is the region at P3 if you observe it. So at P3 we can write electric field intensity equal to, here you have E1 along the direction of unit vector. So we will write sigma by 2 epsilon naught n cap. But E2 is opposite to the unit vector, so we can write sigma by 2 epsilon naught minus n cap. Then you observe these are equal and opposite, so the resultant will be the 0. So here electric field intensity 0. Here electric field intensity is 0. Outside electric field intensities are 0. But in middle, between them electric field intensities we have in region 2 is sigma by epsilon naught. That is here sigma by epsilon naught. So this is the results are important to us. So while we are finding the capacitance also it is needed. Next, if two charge plates were there, so one is having charge Q1, another one is having charge Q2. Then if they are located closer compared to the size of the plates, the distance between them is smaller, then what will happen means those two plates acquire equal and opposite charges. The two plates will acquire equal and opposite charges. That we need to be discussed by, you have to prove. So that is we are telling, so they will acquire equal and opposite means, but how they will acquire, so how can we prove that? That will be discussed as the next concept. And before going to that, those cases, just I want to finish the one more the concept. So we discussed this one as non-conducting. Non-conducting means so the charge will be present throughout the body. But if you take a conducting sheet, a metallic sheet, if you take an infinite charged metallic sheet, so metallic sheet in the sense it is nothing but a conducting plate, then charge will be resides only over the surface. The charge is resides only over the surface means what is the electric field intensity due to such kind of charged conducting sheet? We need to be discuss it first. Then we will go to the some cases. Electric field intensity due to charged infinite conducting sheet. Charge infinite conducting sheet. Let us see. We have a conducting sheet like this. We are taking that. This is the conducting sheet. And if the charge density is sigma 2a, so whenever a charge is given to this body, what will happen? That will be, because it is a, what kind of body it is? Conducting. So conducting means the charge will be resides over the surface. So this will be resides over the surface. Then you can imagine that this can be treated as, this is a conducting sheet. This conducting sheet is a combination of two non-conducting sheets. So this one, if you take as 1, this is you take as a 2. These you can treat as two different. These two can treat as two different non-conducting sheets. So I am writing that this one as a one conducting sheet plus first one and combination of second one. So just you are writing it is a combination of two like this. The second one is it is another non-conducting sheet. Like that, if you take any conducting sheet, it is nothing but a combination of two non-conducting sheets. Already we discussed that the electric field intensity due to non-conducting sheet, the expression is E equal to sigma by 2 epsilon naught. So here the charge density they given as sigma. The charge density is the charge density is sigma. So the electric field intensity, here we are discussing that electric field intensity due to this conducting sheet is a combination of two non-conducting sheets. So the electric field intensity equal to E equal to, that is E1 plus E2. Why we are writing E1 plus E2 here is, if you take either right hand side or left hand side, due to these two you have both are having electric field intensities in the same direction. Due to first one away from it, due to second one away from it. Similarly, if you take left side, electric field intensity due to first plate which is away from it, due to the second plate also be which is away from it. So both are along the same direction. But anyhow, middle, what will happen? Middle in a conducting plate, charge will be 0. And that is also means electric field intensity is 0. That you can observe here. Due to this one, electric field intensity away from it, E1. Due to this one, electric field intensity away from it, due to this charge. Then you observe these two are having same charge densities, and these two electric fields are having same magnitude only. They are in opposite direction. Then what will happen? Electric field intensity 0. So that is already we discussed. When a conducting body is there, the net electric field intensity between inside the body is 0. The same thing Here inside is electric field intensity 0. Only outside only the electric field will be present. So if you take this as like this, some enlarged body, this is the middle center of this body. So here due to this one, equal and opposite electric field, so net field will be 0. But in the left side or right side, if you take net field will be resultant of E1 and E2. So we can write E1 and E2 expressions are nothing but electric field intensity due to non-conducting sheets. Why? Because this conducting body is split it as a two non-conducting one. So E1 expression is already we discussed this, E sigma by 2 epsilon naught plus E2 means sigma by 2 epsilon naught. Totally how much you get? Sigma by epsilon naught. So if it is a non-conducting body, the electric field intensity is E equal to sigma by 2 epsilon naught, which is independent of the distance. If it is a conducting sheet, means the electric field intensity is 2 times of it, that is sigma by epsilon naught. Why it is 2 times? Because one conducting sheet is nothing but a combination of 2 non-conducting sheets. That's why it is 2 times of it. It is nothing but expression is a sigma by epsilon naught. It is also even independent of distance. So next class will be discussed that in some cases how the charge will be distributed if 2 plates, conducting plates, if you brought it closer, and in case of 2 plates, in case of 3 plates, how the charge will be distributed, so that we will be discussing. So if any queries or any doubts are there, so please contact us. So don't keep the doubts with you only, and if you come and before one day if you inform, so we will be available in the college, and you come and approach and clarify the doubts, then only you can go further. If your doubts is there, means if you keep with you only or not in touch with us, means so that will be like that only. So come and clarify the doubts. So when you are coming, so take care and come with your parents and clarify your doubts. Okay, thank you.